Hey everyone, welcome to the Bitcoin video today. It is the 15th of June, 2020. It's about 9:25 a.m. Eastern Time. And of course, before I get into any of this, let me just first say that this is not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. You're responsible for your own trades, managing your own risk, doing your own research, and I am just giving my opinion on the market. We're going to talk a little bit about Bitcoin. We may talk a little bit about stock market correlation, and what I think may be happening over in the S&P. And of course, a lot of this content is available on the Discord server, especially for insured members. And if you're not on our Discord server, just throw in a comment here in the YouTube chat and I'll be more than happy to get an invite code out to you. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. All right, so on was this Friday or Saturday? We were taking a look at this. I want to say it was somewhere in this time frame here. We were taking a look at potential rejection points and support points. We're seeing some, some really pretty convincing support and resistance levels here that tell us that we're probably going to see some kind of a bounce in this general area. So basically what I'm expecting to see here, of course, we see this big move down. We'll call this the first move. And then we had a corrective move. So we have an ABC of sorts up into this. Let's go ahead and just outline this. And what we saw here is we saw a pretty convincing rejection. So we have an A B, and then a C up here, which completed that correction. I know there was a lot of sideways movement. A lot of people were getting pretty frustrated. They were just done. But what we saw, excuse me, we saw a rejection, basically right at the golden zone area. We didn't have an hourly candle closure outside of the golden zone. We had a nice big wick. We had a couple significant wicks, one after another. We had a little guy here, we had a bigger guy here, we had an even bigger one here, and then we had a slow grind up and then a monster rejection. So I have to lean bearish. And then what did we see here? So from our swing high to our swing low, we came back and we tagged the 50, okay? So that's pretty convincing that this is a little bearish, but this also looks corrective. So we have an A, a B, and then where should we go from there? We should go in for our C to finish the main move down. So this is basically what I'm looking at here. From the top, let's just go ahead and tag it as well as we can, all the way down here to the bottom, go down here, and then we go up to the 50. All right, so let me just pull this guy up here. So here we go, tag the top. We came right down here to the 618. Now, where is the 100? The 100 is down here, basically at the bottom of our box that we have outlined. So that's going to be down here at about 86. All right. What I've also got here is a very important trend line, which I will zoom out and show to all of you guys. And again, if you're on the Discord, you knew about this this potential move down. We were talking about this. Let me just go and take a look here. So I released this to our insured members. This would have been 2 days ago at about 10:46 p.m. We were talking about a move down here to this level, and actually potential that we are going to be going down a little bit further. So as I've been talking about for the last few different sessions, I've been talking about being short from 9,800. I've since closed that. I just closed it, I don't know, maybe half an hour ago, if that. I do expect this to come down a little bit further, but I think that this is probably going to be it for the short term. Possible this is the bottom, but I see Algo City down here, right? So I see all kinds of confluence that we're going to see strong support, at least short term, anywhere between 8,600 and 8,900. So it's a big window, but I do think it's very possible that we make it down here, and then we do see a strong bounce off of this. Now let me zoom to a higher time frame, and let me just show you why I think that that's possible. So let's get rid of our indicators and move to a 3-hour time frame. And let's just zoom out here and take a look at this. I see two different channels. One is an expansion channel, one is the primary channel that we are in. Okay, so if this is basically a 1, 2, 3, the 3 would be up here, and then we go down for the 4, this would be the 4 down here, that's the 382, okay? So I've outlined with our red line down here and our green line up here, our high probability retracement target is going to be the 382. And that comes right down here, more confluence right here at $8,600, $8,700. Okay, we come down here to the 382, that's perfect. And from a structure, a market structure standpoint, this upper channel is the current channel that we are in, so this is the channel that we trade. If we come down here to 86 and we bounce off of this, then that's perfect, because that's what we would expect. We would expect this to be our support. If we break down, then we look at our expansion channel. Right now, this expansion channel is down here just for the sole purpose of monitoring where things would go if we break down, okay? And we can see down here, if we take this median, okay, I'm going to try and freehand this. If we take this median and we pull it out, look at that. I mean, it's perfect. It gets right down here to the bottom where we bottomed out back on March 12th. Okay, so if we break down, I'm expecting a pullback to the golden zone, essentially. Down here, it's 74 to 76. Okay, this is our next level, and more confluence here is our macro support, which is back here at this this high back on April 6th. Okay, we had resistance here, we broke through it, we claimed support, and we really haven't tested that again. Not that we have to, but it would make sense for us to come down. So if we break down from this level right here, 8,700, if we close even a 3 or a 4 hour candle below 8,500, I'm probably going to scalp a short down here to 75. That's just my opinion. That's all it is. It's just my opinion. I'm just going to leave it at that. But this channel is the one that we are currently trading, and this is the one that we're looking at. If we break to the upside, our target is going to be 11,500. If this is support and we have a strong trend to the upside, we go up to 11,500. If this is just a dead cat bounce, then we'll fall below, and we're now going to enter in this new channel, which we have not traded in except for all the way back here. But this is just noise for me right now, so I'm kind of discounting this for the moment. But this trend line is our important trend line, and we need to stay above this. We need to see another move down into this, create some more bullish divergence, and then we can move up and out. And let's just talk about the bullish divergence for a moment. I'm going to go back to an hourly time frame, and I'm going to zoom into this. Now let's just take a look at our indicators, because we just created a lower low on a local on a localized setting here. So on the hourly, we have a low here. We created a lower low. Usually these things come in threes, so it would not surprise me one bit for us to get another low here. So let's just take this guy, move him straight out here, and let's also take this chart's going to get very, very messy, so I apologize. Take a look at this guy, and actually that worked out quite nicely. Okay, so what I'm expecting, more than likely, we have basically our 1, our 2, and then from here, more than likely we're going to see a 3, and then we're going to see up out of this. And when we move up and out of this, so let's just say this is the low right here, I'm expecting to see a bounce up, a retest, and then a move to the upside. This is what I would like to see, and really I would like to catch the long on the bounce and not trying to catch the bottom, because when you're trying to catch the bottom, and I've, I guess I'll be honest with you guys here, I have tried catching up here and I got stopped out of that trade. So if you're curious, I'm not in this trade anymore. I'm currently not in any leveraged positions at all right now. I'm just kind of waiting for the next directional trade to present itself to me. But I do think that more than likely this is going to move down a little bit more. I'm not expecting it to fall through this, but if it does, it does, right? I mean, it happens. I'm expecting to see this come down to anywhere between 86 and 89, and probably bounce out of there. I'll wait for the directional trade to present itself to me. I'll let you guys know on the Discord, of course, what my plan is for this. But for the time being, I'm just going to be sitting here and waiting. This looks like we're going to enter a little bit more noise. And again, I do think that more than likely we are probably going to test this level up here at about 92 and then probably get a rejection down here to about 87 or so. So I'm just going to kind of sit tight and wait, and we'll see what happens. When it comes to correlation with the stock market, let's just take a look and see what stocks are doing. They're doing something very, very similar. We did hit our target down here, which was at 293, 294. So we were monitoring this. This is a nice buying opportunity for the S&P. So again, if Bitcoin and the S&P are going to be related to each other, and this is real-time data that you're looking at on the ES1. Potentially we have another push down, but we hit our algo target. So again, if this is a 5-wave structure down, so let's just say we're correcting. Okay, what we've got up here, we've got an easy 1, 2, a large 3, 4, 5. That could be the finishing move there. And then now what we're really expecting to see is a full retracement of the entire move. Okay, if this is an ABC, we should be moving up to about 308. We should be moving up to about 308, and it's going to come in waves. All right, so we're going to be looking for an ABC up here. So this looks like an A, B, C into the A, B, C into the B, A, B, C into the C. This takes us about to June 17th. Of course, this is rough. This is definitely rough. Now, the bigger question is, once we finish this correction, is this an A, B, or is this a 1, 2? Okay, so we've got two options here. We have the option A, which is, this is an A, B, and then we're going to go down for the C, which potentially could target here about 285. Or, here, let me move this down, and we're going to change the degree on this. We're going to put this there, and this is going to be our green bullish scenario. Okay. The next alternative is this going to be a 1, 2? And I'm only bringing this up because of the potential correlation to Bitcoin. Okay, we're waiting for a bounce, right? But if this is a 1, 2, we're going to be looking for a much lower 3, 4, 5, much lower. I'm going to put this on the same degree. I'm going to put this on a minor degree. This is going to be the red count because this is our bearish count. One way or another, I do think we bounce here. In this general area, probably are going to bounce. I'm going to be looking for a move up here to about 3078. I do think one way or another we're going to reject there. Anywhere between the 50 and the 618, my guess is we're probably going to reject here in this area. We'll go ahead and mark this red. Whether this is an ABC or if this is a 1, 2, 3, I do think that this is an area where we're going to move up and we're going to reject. That's just my gut based on what I think is happening. So we're already seeing, as the market is open, we're already seeing a move up to the upside. So we have an A, and then we're going to go for the B, and then we're going to go up for the C. This takes us to June 17th, and then we're going to basically have all these people trading the June 19th contracts that are going to be longing today and tomorrow and Wednesday, and then it's going to move up here, which is going to put the people that shorted back here. It's going to put them, maybe a little underwater. They're going to lose money because of time decay. And then finally, those last couple days, more than likely, this is probably when it's going to move down. We've got June 19th here. I don't think it's going to be a fast move down. I think it's going to be a slow move down. And just kind of putting this into perspective, June 19th is going to be the end of the quadruple witching. So it's going to be start of a new quarter. It's going to be start of a new half. And by half, I mean the last half of the year. So I think that, as we move down, if this is a 1, 2, and we're working on 3, 4, 5, this is going to be very, very bearish. This is going to be very bad for the market. So again, this is just the S&P. And if this is bad for our traditional stock market, this is also going to be very bad for Bitcoin as well. Safe haven or not, I really honestly believe that if equities are going to be moving down, I think Bitcoin is probably going to be moving with it. So that's the only reason why I bring this up. So again, this isn't a trade idea. I'm not saying to short here at 308. I'm simply saying that more than likely we're going to be moving up a little bit, and then we're going to be moving down. And whether or not, again, if this is an ABC, this is going to be our bullish scenario where we're going to be moving up and off of wherever the bottom is on the C, which we won't know where the bottom is going to be until we see where our pivot is to the upside. So I guess that's about it for now. I've gone through about 15 minutes here, so I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. I hope you guys appreciate the short and brevity of the videos that I'm doing. And of course, wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a good day, good night, good evening. And if you want to be part of our Discord, just throw in a comment here in the YouTube chat. I will be more than happy to send an invite code out to you. So take care, everyone.